Now let us see how to perform this experiment. So to perform this experiment, what we need, what are the requirements? Let us see that. First of all, we need a measuring cylinder. It's a polythene measuring cylinder. Then we need a polythene bottle, okay, plastic bottle. Then we are given a copper sulfate solution. Then we need a thermometer, okay, and then 1 gram of zinc powder. So already we have weighed 1 gram and then kept. Okay, so these are the requirements. Now first thing is you will be washing this polythene beaker and thermometer with the water. Okay. So wash polythene beaker with the water and discard it. Then you will be washing thermometer with the water. Then this is washed and kept, but still you can wash this polythene beaker also. So wash it with the water and then discard the water. Then since we have to take copper sulfate solution in this polythene beaker, so first we will rinse it with the copper sulfate solution. So for rinsing, take little amount of copper sulfate solution. So take little in it, so this much, and then okay, you just rotate this polythene beaker so that all the inner side walls of the beaker gets wet by the copper sulfate solution, and after rinsing you can throw the solution. Do not use that solution. And another thing, see what happens, students, even after you had discarded the water, still some water droplet remains. So that might affect your reading. So you have to discard water completely. Okay? Sometimes some water droplet remain, so remove the water. Right? Then after rinsing, you have to take 25 ml of copper sulfate solution in this measuring cylinder. See, I have taken 25 ml of copper sulfate solution, and when you take solution in this, you will be observing upper meniscus, because if it is a colorless solution, you will be seeing lower meniscus, and for colored solution, you have to observe upper meniscus. Since it is a colored solution, so we will be observing upper meniscus, and considering upper meniscus, it is 25. Then you transfer that solution into polythene beaker. So transfer the solution completely into polythene beaker, close it, okay, and then insert thermometer in it, and just see the initial temperature of this copper sulfate solution. Now just be careful when you hold the polythene bottle, do not hold like this, otherwise because of your body heat the temperature might increase. So just hold like this. Another thing, when you will hold it, do not hold it above or below. It should be in front of your eyes so that you will get the correct reading, right? So that way I can say initial temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, right? So we have noted initial temperature, and that is 30 degrees Celsius. Now what am I going to do? I am going to add copper sulfate, zinc powder to this. So as we have discussed earlier, that zinc powder will be reacting with the copper sulfate solution. It will displace copper and it will be forming zinc sulfide. But during that reaction, what will happen, students? Heat will be evolved, and as heat is evolved and we are inserting thermometer into it, so temperature rises. So as heat is evolved, temperature rises. So till the reaction is taking place, heat is going to evolve and the temperature is going to rise. But once the reaction is over, then heat will not evolve, and if heat is not evolving, then temperature will not rise. Okay, so temperature had gone to a maximum extent, and from there it will start falling down. So that maximum temperature we need to record. Getting it? So I am adding this zinc powder into this copper sulfate solution. Okay, so add it. Okay, and immediately we have to close it because the heat is evolving. Okay, and just shake it little so that the proper reaction takes place. See, I am shaking it. Inside reaction is taking place and heat is evolving, and as heat is evolving, I can see a rise in temperature. So from 30, I can see the temperature has gone to 33, 34. Okay, again we need to shake it. So as we are shaking, temperature is rising. I can see almost 37, 38 it has reached. Okay, then again you have to shake it. See, you have to shake like this. There is a method of shaking. Okay, so you shake clockwise or anti-clockwise, no, not like this. Okay, so you shake like this, and now I can see the temperature had gone to 39 degrees Celsius. Okay, pretty good. Again I am shaking it. Temperature is 39 only, it's not rising. Again it's 39, okay, so that means reaction has taken place, it's not going beyond 39. So our final temperature is 39 degrees Celsius, initial temperature was 30 degrees Celsius. Students, what you have to do, you have to show this to examiner. In regular practical you will be showing it to your teacher. So you have to show initial temperature and final temperature, these two observations, to examiner, and you have to obtain his or her signature on that observation. That this was the initial temperature and this was the final temperature. Okay, so we are done with the experiment, students. Now we will be going for calculation. Okay.